Hello, bro. How's everyone doing? Can see that we have two viewers right now. Just let me do a quick sound check. Just give me a second. Just kidding, which camera? One second. See if I can come on, boys. Okay, we're good to go. Okay, good morning, LP Trades. How are you doing, man? Um, let's hope today has some better price action than yesterday. So yesterday I had two trades that my entry price was not triggered, so I had two limit orders that I had to cancel and they both delivered. But we can put that aside and we can move on today. So for today, some of the main draws that I have is first of all this CE of the wick, and for later on the week maybe this inversion here, this and more of a discount. And I want to go over the 4 hour time frame actually, because um, if you guys watched my previous video on the outlook for this week, I mentioned that I did not have a draw really unless I had more price action. And yesterday fulfilled that price action. So now I'm able to have a clear read on my bias, and it turns out that it's going to be bearish because if you guys remember on my outlook, I said that if we were bearish, what would you want to see? First of all, what you want to see, you want to see some type of SMT or sweep with this within this high here. And why this high is because it's the first mitigation of this order block here. And this high is important because um, this portion in price here, this price level, is the most sensitive order block within this break here. So you see we have the high, low, higher, high, low, low. And that's the final up move that takes out this high here. So you can see within on Friday on 10 a.m., which was on Powell's speech, price ran up quickly and tapped that order block. And then I was looking for a short term run higher. And we didn't get that because we had an SMT with the Dow. But it met the criteria of kind of meeting this high. So that's how the way. After we got that SMT, we started to trade lower, and then we invalidated this order block here, which was in a discount of the dealing range. And it's more clear on 15 minutes to what exactly happened. You can see the order block. Let me actually unhide it and make it visible for the 15-minute time frame there. So on the 15 minutes, you see the first time we tapped it at 745, we had a run higher, creating a high of a hourly fair value gap, which is this nested high here. And this is blue box. This blue box is the high of the fair value gap on the 1 hour and the low. Just up on the 1 hour so you can see it clearly. There's that gap. So basically, first of all, we had sell side here. And after we saw that getting ran, and then we tapped into this 15-minute imbalance here. I mean, also not imbalance, sorry, this gap here, as well as this fair value gap. We had this kind of displacement from there, and initially what I was thinking is that, okay, we're going to be treating this breaker creation as a turtle swoop, and we aren't going to be displacing through it. But then when we had the 9:30 open yesterday, it basically gave me the entire story. So we go on what happened at 9:30, which is right around here. You can see that price went lower, manipulated one more time beneath this low here, which is what I wanted to see if you go back on the live stream. I was saying that I wanted to see a sweep of this low because then it would make longs more attractive because it was in a 15-minute gap. So once we had that sweep, we started to trade higher, and then from here you can see whether we trade back into this fair value gap here. But my problem was that we were already in this 1 hour value gap. So if price fell short of this gap, I maybe would have taken this order block trade towards that high. So would have looked something like this. Had my stop in this wick. I'm targeting that fair value gap, but you know the thing is we tapped into the fair value gap and then we started to trade lower. So yeah, I would have liked if we fell short of it and then traded into it. But you know what happened here is opposite of what you would want to see if you were bullish. So if you go back on the 15-minute time frame, the gap that we were in, I wanted to see a market shift to this high, and basically my condition was going into yesterday was basically either we shift through this high or we soup the high and we start to trade low. And you know we got the condition and we soup it and we start trading lower into this order block here and into the hourly gap and leaving a breakaway gap here, which I wouldn't be. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not a breakaway. The IO fed we just straight into this slightly right there, and then we drop lower. Market shift through this. I think I have a explanation on Notion. Let me pull that up really quickly. Here, I have a good screenshot. I'm gonna show it on live. Here. I think you guys can see my Notion. Let's see. Can everyone see my Notion? Okay, yeah, it's showing up on my screen, so I think you guys should see it. So, yeah, here. Basically, where was it? Oh no, it wasn't here. Oh, it was on my journal. Outlook. Yeah, here's the update. So I had a screenshot that said it a lot. Here, which was giving me a moment really quickly. Exactly, yeah, here. So after we had that sweep on that 15-minute high, we had that big push lower and a visible shift in order flow. We started to respect order blocks, and we started to shift through lower time frame for value gaps, and then that gave us the market shift beneath this low, which we were initially kind of hesitant around. But then once we got this big drop lower, then that really confirmed it for me that okay, we're going to try to trade low. So anyway, let's move into today. So market just opened 2 minutes ago. Let's hop into. Actually, I want to take off some drawings here because this is getting really disturbing. Take this stuff off. Okay, so open on it. There's no drawings in my way from the RTH chart. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to highlight the open range gap. This kind of opened right there. So you see we're trading away from it, possibly into a high time frame gap, which I'll be looking into more in just a second. But this could, I'm not going to be waiting for this to be left open. So let's make it black. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Let's see. Let's drag it out. Measure the quadrants. So there. That's it. So, okay, so you can see that we're trading back into the open range gap right now. I want to see what activated price to start trading into it. So the first thing I want to note, this, I think I have my mouth. So you can see we trade into that, and then we soup this low right here. Okay, and then we start to trade higher after that. So, currently, let me highlight this actually, because it's confusing. capital, back, CE. So if anyone's wondering, I am getting on the charts today with the intention of trading, with the intention of putting on a order. So I want to see what's happening. Let's hop on back the trading hours. So remember we have that gap here and this that old low being purged, and also we have a new low here. I want to see what this price do within this wick. We also have that small rejection block right there. I want to see what this price, how this price want to react to this wick here. So far it rejected off of the 50% level, but it's never too late for a market to make any type of move. And I want to actually open up my notebook. I want to start even today. I want to get into a habit of just basically journaling my headspace before I get onto the charts with the intention of trading. And I think that anyone watching this should also do the same thing, because it's crazy how many bad trades you can avoid if you're aware of where you are mentally. So something I want to journal right now. So today is Tuesday, 27th August 2024. How's everyone in the chat? How's everyone days going? Tell me guys about your day. I need to go in around 2 hours to the gym. So let's write that down somewhere. Okay, so we're pushing through that wick right now. We just close through it. We have inverted that gap. I'm gonna hop back on the electronic hours. There's not much of a story happening right now, other than the rejection of this gap here. So again, more bearish order flow, rejecting off of bearish gaps and inversing bearish gaps. Um, so the one thing I want to note is you can tell from the overnight run. So where is that from? From here, we basically consolidated for the first couple of hours until around 8 a.m. where we started to move lower. So this morning, shorts are in profit and longs are in negative. So I want to see what does price want to do within favors of that. Oh, I forgot to go over some stuff actually. Go on daily chart, and there's also, as for the draw, there's this bullish breakers consequent approachment. I didn't want to have the whole thing drawn out because it would just be too messy. So this is somewhere where price could possibly want to draw into. And the thing I want to note is this order block here. Notice how after yesterday we go onto the 4-hour time frame. Remember that gap in that wick that we rejected off last time? Right around here, you see that inversion, which is respected. The bodies do the damage, and the bodies tell the story. The wicks push into these wicks, and then start trade higher into this breaker. into this order block, and then from which they will start to trade higher. I mean lower, sorry. And then from there, you know, what do we have? Obviously, on the daily chart, we have a order block here. So you see price trade into that wick. Let's actually note this down here like this. Order block wick. Let's make this a nice color. Purple. Let's make this cyan. So I'll pop it 15 minutes. See. And so price was basically ranging almost all day. So it was Tuesday from midnight open. Short run. I actually have to note that actually. Don't know why I don't have that on. This right. So yeah, you can see that price went into there and then took out this high here and then started to plummet lower. So that's interesting. Go back on the 1 minute. To the 5 actually for a second. See this gap here. Price taps into it and starts to trade lower from there, engulfing this entire down move. So let's be up on the 1 minute time frame. See now we have another breaker. High, low, high, low, and that higher high being into that gap makes it significant. And I think if we go on the 5 minute, I think that high also occurs. Yeah, so see that the candle, if we go on 1 minute, you think it's more prominent. See the 9:30 open candle here. 9:30 opens here, accumulates for a bit. Then we have that push higher into the open range gap into a 5 minute, and that's how you identify real manipulation. This is your manipulation here, and then from there we start to trade lower. So, and also one thing I'll note is this gap here. That could be a nice hotspot for price to trade into. Why? Because it's in it's a unicorn gap, so these are more likely to be filled. And if I want to actually take off this, I want to draw out this breaker and can narrow it down to where it lines up with inefficiency. Go check the higher time frame. Price are actually right now just run into this 2 minute gap. Just into the premium discount. Just also into there. So yeah, this area right here on the 1 minute time frame would be a nice area to trade into unless we engulf this, and that will be seen as a breakaway. And there's a small gap here, which is it's insignificant, but it's something you can look out for. That's a unicorn. So yeah, let's either price can engulf this up move here and make it order block, or we can trade back into there and kind of have a trade form within there, because always remember that this is also a mediation block within here. So as a breaker. Oh no, sorry, this is the order block here, not mediation block. This is a order block here. The breaker is there, we can trade into that and then sort of drop lower. Using my bias from the draw for yesterday. Please, while I'm waiting for this. So there we're dropping pretty violently. I want to see if price wants to close below this low here and trade back into it and treat it as a indication block, and then we start trade lower. And also 2-minute time frame trading into that gap there. So that could be a reason why we stopped there and we do not trade up to the fair value gap. Attacking these lows here. Unfilled fair value gap here, unfilled fair value gap here. I'm taking note of the deepest one. That could be also bearish price levels. Price would want to trade into. 1 minute. So okay, now we're trading back into that order block. See what's price likely to do. So I mean, ultimately, I would like to see trading within here because then it would be in a premium of the range, and then that would be nice for shorts. But right now, I'm not looking to short anything unless we do get that push higher, and I want to take the consequent encroachment of this entire account here. See how price behaves in that level, within these levels. Sorry. Previous wick, failed to close above that. Which now reaching into the third quadrant, sorry. No, that is the fourth quadrant actually. Fourth quadrant. Getting lower from there. There's an inversion, volume imbalance. I didn't really see that. Inversion VI. Still rejecting off the consequent encroachment of the order block. There's a small rejection block within here that could hold price, but I'm not expecting it to. So we're back in that volume imbalance. So we just pushed through the entire order block. We might want to reach into the Micron gap, or I think it might be performing a second sweep on the high, and only if we start seeing shifts in order flow from this high, then that probably mean that we're going to be ready to move lower if we're going to leave this gap here. But we just filled that small gap here, and you see now starting to pick up some speed, and see now we're about to, okay, there we go. There's that unicorn fair value gap. Let's see what it does inside of it. If it respects it or not is going to be irrelevant. I just want to see what it does. If it does respect it, then that could grant me a trade. If it doesn't, then I don't really care. But yeah, I just want to see how price trades into it, and also know that this is also a 5-minute gap. Gold view. I don't trade gold. I don't care what it's doing. Doesn't matter to me. I'm not interested in seeing what the chart looks like on gold. Just simply because I don't trade it. So I'm not going to be looking at gold. So we're pushing higher. Let's see what this price do towards the opening range gap low. It doesn't want to reach into there. This candle here is going to be really sensitive. This level here. If we are in the reverse order flow, if we are bearish, then this candle should provide resistance to move lower. So candle is just about to close. 1 second. Okay, so close just at that candle's open. See, within this candle here, we fill this volume imbalance and then start to trade higher from there. So let's draw this on. I actually want to draw the consequent pushment of the body just because the wicks are too abnormal for me. The CE lies exactly at the opening range gap, so I'm not going to be smart like that. But yeah, where is 8:30 open actually? 30 open is way up here. So I don't like that the opens are so high up and we're so down low. That puts us in a very deep discount. So yeah. So the thing I don't like here is how we disrespect this order block here. How we push through it, and how right now we're pushing it through this candle as well as using core and Value, and we're back within the opening range gap. I want to take this level off here, this level off. Here, take the chart. And notice what could price be reaching for. So just took the high of the candle that we ran at 9:30. 9:30 has been breached. See, so we're within the newly opening gap, and this filled the consequent correction of the opening range gap. And in around 8 minutes, we're gonna have our opening range. So I want to see how it treats the fair value gaps. So now I'll fed an order block here, and we're still continuing to push higher. Take these off for now. So we're just filling the opening gap right now. Okay, so we just kind of solidly tapped the opening range gap high, and we're back within this order block here on the 15-minute time frame. We're reaching into this small volume imbalance here. Again, right now, price is not giving me anything that's so so clear to work with, but yeah, it just seems that we're kind of still deciding where we want to head towards. If we start to push through these gaps here, then it seems that we're going to be having shifts on order flow after tapping the opening range gap high. And there's nothing, the thing that is kind of bothering me is that we didn't have any significant price moves. So the only price move that we that was decent that we had was this running discount, which I don't think we were in need of that because we had this previous run here that was into discount range. So I don't see what was the reason that we have to take the range low and then come back higher and negate a deeper discount, taking out this high. If we go on the 5 minute, I think it would give us a bigger story. So remember that we have discount here, price runs higher, interest gap here, into this small kind of mitigation block here. We also tap into this, or no, we fall short of this priority gap. We touch the opening range gap high, and we're having a small move around. I don't know if we're gonna push lower into this mitigation block and start to trade higher, or if we're gonna just keep inversing the arrays and then have shift order flow and start to trade lower. But time will tell, and I still don't have a clear read on today. Nothing clear was given except the things that we had in the morning that were disrespected. So this gap here, I mean, not keep saying gap. This order block here being pushed through. This unicorn gap here being pushed through as well. And yeah, I think the reason that this happened was because we were already too much premium. It's not going to keep going down forever. And sometimes you say that and you get jinxed and it does keep going down forever. I mean, not forever, as long as you're in the trade, you're going to deep drawdown, but that's besides the point. What I mean by this is that we're in too much of a premium. We're overextended lower, and it's time for a retracement higher, and this is what we're getting right now. So remember that we took our short-term high, and we're in a 5-minute gap as well. And if we start seeing shifts in order flow, that would make sense. I want to go a little bit deeper into what happened on this price run actually. Price ran down. There's already gap here. Taking out the short-term low or long-term low, sorry. There, should higher, but this is very hindsight though. So it's not positive. Nothing in my favor is happening. Just kind of consolidating around. We're back in that media opening gap. Which was supposed to be high. Although back in the media opening gap high. Price kind of meandering around the high and low, not doing much. Tapping this gap here, starts slowly trading higher. So still kind of ranging around. So in times like this, when price is just accumulating within a range or within an array, it's best just to stay away because at some point in time, price will just explode to the one side to another. Sometimes you do have the benefit of knowing where that's gonna be, but in this case we don't. For the past 15 minutes we've just been doing nothing basically. And we're just now have this small gap here. Well, small is kind of big, but this gap could be a zone for price to trading. Watching price is so boring. Ten o'clock opened around here, and it's just starting to accumulate. We hop onto the 1 hour time frame. You can kind of see how it is. So opens there, and got this wick over here, and we're just kind of accumulating. I don't know if this is going to be an open high low close or open low high close, but what it seems like to me, we're on the 1 minute. Seems like when the candle open, we're just accumulating right now, and price has still not chosen a side that it wants to manipulate towards for the hourly candle. But we do have that wick, which is on this move here lower. So Hello everyone, I was gone for a couple of minutes. Um, Nothing happened in the time I was gone really. I was just back. Shall we tap this gap here? We're near midnight open, so that could grant a position because now we're in a good spot for price. But still, nothing really significant is happening. Not liking this honestly. We pushed far into this gap now. I'm gonna be watching from the 15-minute time frame because nothing's really happening on lower time frame. So if ICT is live, I'm gonna get off the stream because nothing's really happening. Nothing that I want to push into happen. So I'm gonna hop off this stream and I'm gonna follow up on ICT's live stream. This was an hour long, not too long, hopefully. So yeah, I hope everyone took something from today's stream, even though nothing much happened. But yeah, it's gonna be a for the stream. Thank you for watching.